friends, it's Lisa, and today I would like to show you how I make shredded barbecue pork in my crock pot. I'm getting ready to leave for work, and I'm going to let this cook all day while I'm at work, and then I'll shred it for sandwiches. But let me show you what I do. Right here I have a pork bone-in sirloin roast. Generally I use pork shoulder or pork butt because it's cheaper, but this was only $1.89 a pound. It's a nicer cut of meat, at least to me, and a lot of times I'll do this as an actual pork roast, but because it's cheaper, we went with this, and we're going to turn it into our shredded pork. We're going to place it in our crock pot with the fat side up. So if you have a fat side, put it fat side up. Then, let me wash my hands now after touching. So, now that I have it in my crock pot, I'm going to add some cut up onion. This is just a regular yellow white onion. And they're just cut. It doesn't have to be any particular size because they're gonna get soft when you cook them, and then we're going to mash it and shred it later, and it'll go even smaller. So I just put those in there. Now this is peeled garlic that I buy at Sam's Club. I'll use this in recipes, and then before it gets to the use by date, I'll throw it in my freezer, and then whenever I need garlic, I just pull it out. So this is frozen from my freezer. I'm going to take a nice handful like that. We like garlic in our family, and just drop it in. Now, I know a lot of recipes for roast in the crock pot call for something like Pepsi. This bottle's a little bit dusty. It's been in my garage, but a lot of them will call for Coke or Pepsi. I use RootBeer for pork roast that I'm going to make into barbecue. So I'm going to open this RootBeer, and generally I'll just use a can, maybe a can and a half if I have cans, but the 2 liter was only 50 cents. So I'm just going to get a good amount in my crock pot for some liquid. Going to put the lid on, and we're going to cook it on low all day while I'm at work, and then I'll show you what I do when I get home. Okay, so I'm back from work. My roast is cooked for about 10 hours. I did put it on high. I have a Faberware crock pot. It runs a little bit cooler than the rival one that that this one replaced. So I'm just going to take off the lid, and then I'm going to pull the roast out because before I can shred it, it's going to need to cool. So, and it's going to come out in pieces, and it's going to fall, but I'm going to pull this out. Okay, so this is going to cool. Then I'm going to remove that fat that was on top. I told you that we put the layer of fat on top. As soon as this cools, I'm going to remove the fat, and I'm going to the onions that are in here and the garlic cloves, any of those that I can pull out with a slotted spoon, I'm going to go ahead and pull out, because I'm going to mash them in with my pork. Anyway, I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you what we do next. Okay, so now I've taken my pork, and I have just shredded it into a bowl. I use this slotted spoon to pull out the cloves of garlic and the onions that were in the juice here, and they're mixed in here. Okay. So I'm just going to pull a little bit of juice that was from the crock pot to help moisten up the pork. because it was a tiny bit overcooked just because I didn't come home early enough or soon enough, and probably also being on high, but I wanted to make sure that it was done when I got home because I'm hungry. So now I've got a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's, and I'm gonna go ahead and add this. What we do is, of course, we eat barbecue pork sandwiches with pickles, because in the South you put pickles on your barbecue pork sandwiches, and leftovers. Then one day this week we'll have loaded baked potatoes. So we'll get giant baked potatoes. Sorry, that's the dog back there in the background. But we'll get giant baked potatoes, and then, you know, bake them, and we'll load them with butter and sour cream, cheddar cheese, onions, chopped onions if the person in our family likes onions, and then a big old plop of this barbecued pork. And that's our meal. So we'll do that one night, and so I'll get 2 meals out of this, 1 barbecue pork sandwiches and 1 loaded baked potatoes. So then this is my mixture of barbecue pork. And we'll have it on sandwiches, and we will load baked potatoes with it later this week. Anyway, it's simple, easy, and I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you next time. Bye.